Hello everybody, Political Peers. So, it's been about a week since I last made a video, and I apologise for that, I've just been very busy, but today's video, it will be a very helpful one for you guys who are still trying to get your first ever huge pet. So in Pet Simulator 99, there are these things called huge pets, which are basically pets that copy the stat of your best pet. Well, they don't actually copy, they make them better, but same thing. And these were, once upon a time, some of the most sought after pets, especially in the Pets MX days. But they're quite easy to get now, so not many people want them. But I do know there are a lot of people who still want to get nice, easy, huge pets, because they're a nice thing to have, huge pets. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys every possible way you can get your first huge pet, including events, wheel spins, chests, you name it. We start in the third area of the spawn world, the castle. Now to get into the castle, you do need Rebirth 1 and you need the castle key. But once you're in here, as you can see, we have a lot of things you can get huge pets from. So first off, we have the spinny wheel, where you can get a huge propeller cat. It's not a propeller cat. It's okay, these devs forget how to update the game sometimes. But you can get yourself a huge carnival panda. I think it's a panda. Let me try and get it in my wheel, guys. Hang on. I just skipped it, but yeah, you guys saw there, you can get a huge carnival panda from the spinny wheel. Now, is this a recommended way of getting a huge pet? No, not really. The chances on this huge are 1 in 1,000 from the regular wheel, but for it to spawn in, it's even rarer. I think, if I'm correct, it's something like 1 in 25. So overall, it's about a 1 in 25,000 chance to get a huge from the spinning wheel. I personally would not recommend it. It's a big waste of time, and if you do have tickets, just sell them. To the right of the wheel, we have the crystal chest, where you can get the huge vibrant whale. Now, I did actually do a video where I hatched one of these. The chances for the regular huge vibrant whale are 1 in 25,000. I'm not 100% sure about the other variants, but if we just try and get one here, we are not lucky. But yeah, crystal key is very easy to get as well. They're very cheap. This is quite a nice, easy way to hatch yourself a huge pet. And it's really easy to do as well. Now, moving on to the pay to win, we have the MVP chest. Would I suggest opening this? Absolutely not. Like, this chest is a total scam. I think if I remember correctly, for the huge pet, it's a 1 in 700. Each key costs 1 million. You need 700 million gems to get a huge pet that's worth like 26 million. It's such a scam. However, if you do get lucky and get it in like 10 keys, then it's alright, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend it. Moving on, we have the classic Obby, and literally any other Obby based minigame in Pet Simulator 99. And as you can see, I don't know if you guys saw it then, I definitely did though. As you can see, yes, the huge colourful wisp. So the huge colourful wisp can be found in any minigame in the spawn and tech world. So if we just go in real quick and just check it out. It's as easy as just doing this. Now you get them from these chests over here that you can see. You can also get them from the jungle Obby, Atlantis, the snow ride thing, and I think the fire horse game thing, chest rush. I might be wrong about that, but hey yo, I'm wrong about a lot of things nowadays. I'm kind of stupid now. Yeah, you can get a huge colourful wisp, and you can also get them from when you beat the Obby. So as you can see, if I just go ahead and claim my end of Obby rewards, you get a chance at a huge colourful wisp up here. I obviously didn't get one. The chances on it though are absolutely not worth it. For the amount of time it takes as well, I personally wouldn't recommend it at all. Up next we have the Daycare. Not the exclusive Daycare, the Daycare. And as you can see, it's very, very nice and cheap and easy. So you just put pets into the exclusive Daycare, so I'll just put some of these in. You get a chance at diamonds and the huge amiibo, the spaceship, which, if you guys didn't know this already, was actually originally in Pet Simulator X, but they transferred it over. And when you're online, the speeds up by about 3x, so instead of 6 hours, it's 2 hours, and you get a pretty nice shot. I think the chances are actually quite decent, but yeah, it's just a nice little huge that you guys can get passively, and I would recommend it if you have free time. And next up, we have the fishing world. So in the fishing world, you have a chance at a few huges, but the easiest one I'd say is definitely the huge stingray. It's super easy to get high weight fish, and not many people actually play the fishing world. So I would absolutely recommend it. I think it's like a huge a day, basically, if you just sit in the fishing world for a bit and get a good fish. It's very, very easy to do. So yeah, I'd absolutely 100% recommend it. Speaking of fishing, we have the fishing zone, where you can get a huge Poseidon dog. Now, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but back in like the early PS99, they accidentally made the chances like really easy for the huge Poseidon corgi. And it was actually worth fishing back then, but now I don't really think it's worth doing this version of fishing. I mean, the newer one is a lot better to do and a lot easier. This one's just a bit, it's not great. I wouldn't recommend it. The chances aren't great either as well, so I would pass this one. And the same goes here for the dig site, where you used to be able to get a huge fossil dragon, however it is now a huge sand turtle. And as you can see, the chances actually aren't bad on this. 60,000 exist. I don't really do digging much, but I think that's quite good for a huge. I haven't tried it myself, so I can't really give you any tips, but based on the exist count, yeah, I would absolutely go for it. This is a newly released huge as well, so I'd go for it personally. Next up, guys, we have the chest rush, where you can get a huge fire horse, and let me tell you, yeah, these chances are not great at all. This pet has been out since day one of Pets for 99, and only, not even 6,000 exist. Only 5.29k exist of these things, and it's been out for about 3 years now. Now, the way you do chest rush is actually very simple. When I say it's very simple, it is very simple. You just get your best pets out and you just break chests. And once you're in the final breakable zone, I think the chance for the huge pet is about 1 in 10 million drops, which is, yeah, it's crazy. 1 in 10 million drops for a huge that isn't even that valuable. Would I recommend doing this in your free time? Absolutely not. Next up, guys, we have the Grow a Pet minigame. Now, this was released during when Grow a Garden was trending, obviously. And, to be honest, the huge chances in this aren't even that bad. Now, the only way you get a huge is from the leaderboard, where you can get the Titanic Pixel, Dominus Astra, and I kind of forgot what the huge was, I apologise. The huge is quite easy to get. I'm aware that, like, no one does this, so this is actually a very good, like, huge method. However, instead of daily, I do think it is actually weekly leaderboard rewards, so is it worth your time? I mean, if you're bored, then yeah, go for it, because it is a nice little easy way to get a huge. And you can also get a Titanic chance in there as well, so I'd say it's worth it. And now, guys, we are in, now, guys, we are in Tech World. So, Tech World has a few huges of its own as well. So, here we have the Tech Wheel and the Tech Chest. As you can see, exact same spawn mode. I think from the Tech Chest, you can get the... Wait, I don't even know what you can get. Let me try and get it on my wheel. One sec, guys. Oh, okay, you get the huge fragmented pterodactyl. Only 998 exist, which, to be fair, considering it came out 3 weeks ago, isn't too bad. And then we also have the tech chest, where you can get the huge robot. Now, again, I did a video opening these, and as you can see, the chances aren't great. I think it's 1 in 11k for a huge robot, which is okay. It's not worth it, though. But yeah, let's get on to the next huge. And that next huge is a very forgettable huge, but we have the diamond wheel. So if you're heading over in the diamond wheel, it used to be the huge high-tech tiger, but now they updated it and it's the huge brain. Now, would I recommend opening this? Well, it costs 100,000 per spin, and if the huge is 0.01% chance, then that means that you will need about, well, it's 1 in 10,000, so 100,000 times 10,000, yeah, yikes. You'd need about 10 billion gems just to guarantee yourself a huge. I don't know about you, that does not sound worth it to me though. I would absolutely pass this one. And next up, guys, we have the huge glitched cat from the chest raid. Now, you probably forgot about this huge, I'll be honest, I did as well. But that's because of how unworthy it is. Like, it's not even worth bothering to try and get, because the chances are so low. This huge pet has been out for practically the whole of Pet Simulator 99, and only 332 have been hatched, which is insanely low, considering this game has been out for so long. Would I recommend going for this? No. And that takes me on to the Adventurer Store. Now, a lot of people have forgotten about this as well, which I completely understand, but using here, we can use quest medals, and with these quest medals, we can buy an Adventurer's loot box, which, as you can see, has a 1 in 1k chance at a huge... Is that a firefly? Yeah, huge firefly. You can also get an active huge egg as well, and other high value items. Honestly, I'd rather get the active huge egg, because I think it's worth a lot more. But I wouldn't even recommend spending my tokens on that. I'd recommend spending it on something a bit more valuable. I'd recommend spending your token things on the M10 hoverboard instead of the gift. It's not worth the gamble. Would I recommend trying this? I mean, it's a passive thing, so you're gonna have to try it if you're going in the normal world, so... Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it though. Next up on the list, we have the claw machine. So, the claw machine actually came from Pet Simulator X's Summer Event Part 3, where you can get the huge arcade cat. However, it was slightly tweaked, and now it's the huge arcade dragon. Would I recommend this? No. The chances in here aren't even that good. and the huge isn't even that valuable either. I would pass personally. Now, over here in area 159 we have the treasure hideout. Now who remembers when this was broken? When this first came out there was about 7,000 hatched in 3 hours because they accidentally broke the chances. So this was like a really broken huge method for the first 3 hours, and then they nerfed it to the floor, and it hasn't been the same since. Because as you can see guys, since the nerf only 8,000 have been hatched, which honestly is barely double than before the nerf, which is insane considering that the nerf, pre-nerf, was 3 hours long, and after the nerf it's been out for like 2 years. Would I recommend going for this huge? I mean, it's got good loot because I think you can get the new world loot from them. If I remember correctly, you can get the fantasy world presents, which we'll get onto in a bit. But yeah, so it was a decent loot method, but I think they removed it. I wouldn't recommend going for this though. The huge chance isn't that great, and there's a lot more things you can be going for instead. And now here we are in the infamous void world. So the void world has many ways of getting huges, to be quite frank. And it's in every single zone that you see where you can get a huge. There are huges everywhere, which is quite good, but this world isn't best known for when it comes to updates. So as there is in every world, we have a wheel and a chest. I think from the wheel you can get the huge circuit cat. Let me just double check that. I think it's a huge circuit cat. Wait, let me see this. Come on the wheel. Okay, the huge is being shy, but yeah, you can get a huge circuit cat from this wheel. Again, same as every other wheel, wouldn't bother going for it personally, because the huge chances are that low. And then we also have the void chest, where you can get the huge quantum griffin. Now, I think the huge chance of the huge quantum griffin is 1 in 3,170, which is actually quite good. I wouldn't recommend going for it though, only because you don't really get much void keys. Like, if you see, oh wait, I actually have a lot of void keys. Hold up, pause. Wait, we could do a quick little opening here, people. Okay, alright, reality hits far. Oh! Never mind, but you actually got a huge. Alright, peak. So, yeah, the chances are the chances are very good, guys. The chances are very good. No, but all jokes aside, I got lucky from that hatch. Wait, I actually can't believe I got a huge from like 200 keys. That is very good. Would I recommend grinding for this? I mean, maybe. It depends. I wouldn't buy the keys. I would just get them from drops and then open them that way. But hey, your guys' call. And the next huge on the list is the huge prison cow. Now, this used to be a huge prison cat. I updated it to a cow, and for some reason one of my cells are already open. Right, okay. But as you can see, guys, it's very simple. You just go around breaking open cells. You actually need prison keys, which I don't think I have any. I don't. But yeah, you need prison keys to just open the cells up, and you have a shot at huge prison cow. I think the chances from the regular key are 1 in 6,620, and from the golden key it's 1 in 662. So, very easy huge chances. However, the only issue is that you have to actively go around to each cell, which is very time consuming. So would I recommend it? No. And then we also have the huge police cat, which can be found in the vault and also the boss chest room, the police station. Now you can get the huge police cat from here. The chances vary based on the difficulty. And then the huge police cat in there, I think is 1 in 100 million. So would I recommend going for it? No, personally I wouldn't bother. And now over here in the Obby world, there's actually a few different ways you can get one specific huge, and that one specific huge is the huge pineapple monkey. So the huge pineapple monkey can obviously be hatched from this end deck here, but you can also get the huges on these different islands here. Now different eggs with different boosters can spawn on the islands. I think the booster goes up to about 1 in 100x, which is actually quite good. I've just fell off the world. I'm really good at Pet Simulator Obby. Now, as I said that there was a multiple ways you could get the huge pineapple monkey, and this is one of them, the jungle boss fight. Now, the jungle boss fight is quite good. I think the huge chance is very high on it as well for the huge pineapple monkey. Would I recommend going for it? I mean, if you're active and it's there, then yeah, go for it, absolutely. But I wouldn't wait for it personally. There's better things you can be doing. And then we have the Tiki Egg Hunt. Now, the Tiki Egg Hunt gives up to a 100x chance to hatch the huge, which is a big boost. I think the huge chance goes down to 1 in 1 million here. So would I recommend going for it? Absolutely, but I wouldn't wait around for it. I'd do other methods while I'd wait. And then we have what I see is the worst world in Pet Sim 99 history, the hacker world. I just hate this world. The layout, everything is just so However, we actually have a huge pet here, the huge hacked skeleton. Now, yeah, I don't think you can actually get these, because basically the hacker key, I think, is bugged. So I don't think you can even get hacker keys from drops. And even if you do, the huge chance is still like really rare. Like look, only 642 of these things have been hatched. It is crazy. And then we also have these virus portals where you can get yourself a huge virus griffin. Again though, would I recommend going for it? Absolutely not. I mean, just look at the damage. Oh, actually, I do a lot of damage, never mind. Whoa. Would I recommend going for it though? No, not really. It's not worth it, and the egg resets every 10 minutes anyway, so it's like, it's not even worth your time. And there's a lot better things you can be doing than sitting in the hacker world, I'll be so honest. And now, over here in the Millionaire world, we actually had a few ways to get huges. First up, we have the huge... I forgot the name. It's a cobra though. It's a cobra. I think it's the huge Millionaire cobra or something like that, or the huge Lux cobra. The huge chance of that is 1 in 100 million. So again, I wouldn't recommend hatching for that. I'd rather hatch for active huges. But we also have the Millionaire raffle way. As you can see, we can get the huge Lux axolotl. And the huge Lux axolotl is quite easy to get huge, and it's not too costly to enter a raffle. I'll be honest. It's only about 10k gems per ticket, so based on how many tickets you enter, boosts your chance. Would I recommend aiming for this? I mean, if you've got spare tickets and spare gems and you just want to have a cheeky gander, then yeah, go for it. But we also have the Millionaire race. Now, I personally would not recommend going for this. The huge chances are on par with impossible. I'll just show you what the Millionaire race is actually. So we go in, and we basically get a chance with rooms, and because this game absolutely hates me, I got the loss on the first try with a 5% chance. Nice. And here we have the Kawaii world. Now, the Kawaii world actually has quite a sneaky huge bit, which not a lot of people know about, and that is the huge Kawaii cupcake unicorn thing. Or is it just a huge cupcake unicorn? Whatever. But as you can see, we go in the alleys, we break the chests, and well, we got it first try. But yeah, you can get the huge, like, kawaii cupcake unicorn thing, which is quite a nice looking huge. It's quite a rare and expensive one as well. And considering how fast you can break the chests, it's not too bad to go for. However, the egg resets every hour, which is quite annoying, and the huge chance is very rare. I think it's something like 1 in 100 million. So you only get an hour for a huge that's 1 in 100 million. I would absolutely not waste my time going for that. And you could do a lot better things than just be sitting there hatching for a huge that you're very unlikely to get. While I'm on the topic of Kawaii World, we also had the huge Kawaii Tiger. However, that did get refreshed to the huge and Titanic Werewolf. Now, the huge and Titanic from this gift is super easy. I think there's about 1.8k Titanics exist and about 1.7k huges. Because the huge and Titanic chance are the exact same, and the thing is, you don't even need to waste much time. You'll be AFK most of it anyway, so this will fly by. And it's a very nice and easy huge and Titanic. Have I even hatched one? No, because the game hates me, but you know. But yeah, I just thought I'd include that as well, because I mean, we're on the topic of Kawaii World, and there used to be a Kawaii huge in here. And the Kawaii World is actually when, like, Kawaii huges were put in the free gifts, so why not mention it in the Kawaii World? And as you can see, we're in the final zone, and from the final egg, you can get the huge Chef Monkey. I think there used to be a door back here, or oh, that was Petsomex, but yeah, you can get a huge Chef Monkey here, so it's kind of just your basic little, like, hatching world. It's nothing crazy, but would I recommend going for these huges? They're both of 1 in 100 mil each, so no, I wouldn't. But now, here in Elemental World, this is a hidden gem. So this is an absolute gem of an area. The huges here are actually very easy. So, as you can see, you can get the huge Ghost Axolotl. Now, beforehand, it was the Electric Penguin, but it is now a Ghost Axolotl, and it says rare, but trust me, it's not as rare as it sounds. All you gotta do is break this chest, and I think there will be like a 1 in 8 chance that a huge spawns, which it will spawn in this area here. And then with an Ultra Cube, it's like a 10% chance of getting the huge, so it's like 1 in 80 chance to get every time you break this chest, which is very easy. And it's the fact that the chest is really easy to break as well, so you can easily get like a bunch of huges as well. And I know a lot of people have been collecting easy huge Ghost Axolotls as well. Now you can also get the huge Dark Dragon, but like it says, the huge Dark Dragon is definitely not as easy as the Ghost Axolotl. Now here in Olympus World, you have the woodcutting minigame, where you can get the huge Trojan Horse. Yeah, I would do anything but grind this. This is like one of the worst minigames they've released. It is genuinely a nightmare to deal with. Would I recommend going for it? Probably not, no. But then up here, we have the huge Gorgon. Now the huge Gorgon, is 1 in 100 million, just like every other egg hatchable huge in the Void World. And then there's also a boss chest here, which you can just get some drops from. Would I recommend going for any of these huges? Again, no. And now over here in the Doodle world, there is actually a lot of huges you can get in the Doodle world technically. However, there are only 2. But as you can see, we have these little coloured paws, and if we walk over them, we can add paint to the Doodle jar. Now you might be like, Playco, what the hell is a Doodle jar? Well, if you head on over to the last area, we have this Doodle jar, and you can basically mix and match colours to change the colour of the chroma huge axolotl. So at the minute, because I have more green, my final egg will have a huge green chroma axolotl, which as you can see, it does. Again though, this huge is like 1 in 100 million. However, over here we also have some of these where you can do drawings. I'm joking, you can't do drawings. So basically, I think this was based off of like Arm Wrestle Simulator, because I think at the time Arm Wrestle Simulator was doing better than Pet Simulator. So they just had to drop this thing here. And then at the end you can get the huge Doodle Agony. Would I recommend going for it? No, the chances aren't even great. So would I recommend going for anything in this world? No. What do I rate the Void World out of 10? Skip out of 10. And here we are in the current world of Pet Simulator 99, and that is the Void World. And in the Void World we can hatch active huges. Now these huges refresh every 2 days, and they can be like a huge penguin, a huge alien, huge lemur. I think that you can also get like some other huges. I don't even remember which ones they are though. But yeah, so let's go through the huges you can get from the Void World. Surprise, surprise, there is a wheel and a chest. Now, from the wheel, I'm not actually sure what you can get. Wait, let me check. I don't even know what huge it is from the wheel. Okay, the huge for some reason doesn't want to pop up, but you can get a huge from the fantasy spinning wheel. Again, not worth grinding. However, if you buy the fantasy tickets for wrap, they are actually very profitable, because you see, the gems you get from this wheel, as you can see, you can get a range of 150,000 gems to 500,000 gems, which is very profitable, and it's the easiest thing to get on the wheel. So if you buy these tickets for a wrap, you can easily profit with like 10 tickets. So if you're going for profit, then yeah, I'd go for it. It's nice little small but easy profit. If you're going for the huge, yeah, it's a skip. And over here we have the fantasy chest, where you can get the huge Incore Wisp. The huge chance is the same as the Void World, so... Oh, well, won't you look at that, I got a huge. So, that just goes to tell that the chances are the same as the Void World, because I just got a huge, again. Oh, and it's a rainbow! Yo! Wait, that's actually like, I think that's like a 1 in 60,000, yeah. Okay, wait, big W, okay. Hold on. That's actually really good, and that actually looks nice as well. But yeah, you can get a huge Incore Wisp from the fantasy chest. Would I recommend going for it? Same result as the Void chest, so if you want to go for the huge, I mean, you can risk it if you have a small amount of keys, but I wouldn't book buy keys and open for the huge. It's not worth opening in like batches of like 10,000. Now unfortunately, there's not as many ways to get huges in the fantasy world as there were in the Void World. However, they're actually a lot easier in the fantasy world, and as you can see, we have the time trials. Now the time trials have been marked down as one of the best huge methods in Pet Simulator history. I mean, from this final chest, it's literally a 60% chance at huge, and all you have to do is just get some points. It's that easy. Now you can also hatch a huge Wisp Griffin, which I actually would recommend for once, because the chance of the huge Wisp Griffin is about 1 in 16.6 million, which is a lot easier than any other of your average like huge pets. So would I go for it? Personally, I would, yeah. And then we have the main thing about this, and that is the Combine-O-Matic of the fantasy world. Now the Combine-O-Matic of the fantasy world is very, very easy if you want to get huges. Now I wouldn't recommend going for the Titanic gift if you want huges. I would recommend going for the extra large gift. If you just edit the hotbar, put some extra large gifts in the folder. Now the huge chance from the extra large gift is a 2% chance at huge Kirin, which is very easy. So if we just rip open, let's just rip open all of them because I've accidentally hotbarred it. Open all 3. And the huge chance is a 2%, so we have a 10% chance at a huge here, so let's just hope we can see one. Oh, we get the rarer one as well, we get the Veil Horse. So we do get another huge. Okay. Now do we get the Kirin to pair up? We still can. We still cannot. But yeah, it's a nice simple way for a huge. You can also get the Titanic Angelus. However, I wouldn't recommend aiming for that. The chance of the Titanic Angelus is 1 in 5k from a very difficult to get gift, so I personally would just stick with the extra large gifts. And now here we are onto the the RNG event. Now this update is a very controversial update. There's a lot of people that love it, for some reason. I don't see how you can love this update. I knew it was going to be a flop from the beginning. And there's a lot of people that hate it, which I can understand, because it feels like every day they just nerf this event. It's like the huge chances. They used to be actually hatchable, but now it genuinely feels like working a 9 to 5, and it's all for nothing. It's like you're being paid at minimum wage. It is genuinely like so difficult to get a huge pet from this event. If you're trying to get a huge from this event, I'd recommend just rocking the blue dice. It's not even worth crafting the mega lucky dice, because it doesn't really give you anything. I would stay away from this event. It's not really the best way to get a huge, in my opinion. So yeah, I wouldn't waste my time there. I would rather grind Fantasy World, because as you can see, well, as you have just seen, getting a huge is a lot easier in the Fantasy World. And so that pretty much wraps it up. That is every in-game huge pet that you can hatch at the moment, as of recording in Pet Simulator 99. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a different one, and this would be the ending. However, we have a giveaway to do. Woohoo! So last video, the giveaway keyword was trade, and as you can see, all these people got the keyword, entered their usernames, and have been entered into the 100 million gems giveaway. I think for this video, we're going to give away the huge Veil Horse and the huge Quantum Griffin that we hatched from the chest and the gift bag. So let's just do the 100 mil gems giveaway, and let's see who wins. Best of luck to everyone. And it is a GOT207 who has won the 100 million gems. So GG's, my friend. I will mail that over to you right now. GG's, and that is sent. And so yeah, that's basically it. So to enter the next giveaway, just put the word huge and your username, and you'll be entered in a chance to win a huge pet that I hatched this video. Not the rainbow, I'm keeping that one, probably for my trading montage. Episode 2 of that will be coming out in a few weeks though. So I want to say something, guys. I will be on a break for quite a bit because I actually have exams coming up, so this will be my last video in about 3 or 4 weeks. I will be back with a banger video though, guys, don't worry. Yikes. What a way to be sent off. That is a voice crack. Wow. But yeah, don't worry guys, I'll be back with a banger video after the 3 to 4 week break. These are just some like very important exams that I gotta take, which basically decide how I do next year. And yeah, but thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all next time. If you're interested in any of my content, click one of the videos on screen. You'll probably love that one as much as you love this one, to be honest. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.